Get ready, boxing fans. We're diving into the explosive career of one of the most destructive punchers in modern boxing, Daniel Dubois. In early January 2017, the renowned British promoter Frank Warren signed Dubois to a contract, claiming he had been searching for a fighter like him for 35 years, and Daniel did not disappoint. He began his professional career with a crushing streak of 15 straight knockout victories. Not a single loss, only brutal knockouts. In just 3 years, from April 2017 to August 2020, the ring trembled under his powerful punches. Let's take a look back at the most memorable bouts of this devastating streak. And on April 8, 2017, Dubois shook up the professional ring. Marcus Kelly lasted just 35 seconds. A technical knockout in the first round, and the young Brit's career is off to a flying start. On April 27, 2019, Dubois faces the powerful Ghanaian Richard Lartey. The favorite? Of course. But Lartey wasn't going to give up without a fight, and he managed to shake the Brit a few times.
Well, Lartey's coming in here, giving us everything. And he's trying to... Again, Lartey just covering up.
It's nice and long with the right hand as well, isn't it, from Dubois?
Dubois catches him with the right hand, but Lartey...
However, in the fourth round, Dubois sends him to the canvas with a heavy knockdown. Lartey gets back up, but the referee stops the fight. The Ghanaian is not happy. Maybe so, but the victory goes to Dubois. The summer of that same year, and standing in Daniel's way, is another undefeated Brit, Nathan Gorman. The first round is a back-and-forth battle, but from there, Dubois turns it up to full gear.
Good round there for Dubois.
Oh, big right.
Round 3, Gorman hits the canvas.
Rounds they sparred as amateurs with the GB squad. He bossed the lot of them. Well, he's not bossing this. Well, yeah, but do it through boxing, that's the point.
Round 5, knockout. Dubois becomes the British champion. In the fall, the Brit faces another formidable African, Ebenezer Teta, who holds an undefeated record with 19 wins.
15-7.
But what does Dubois do? From the very first seconds, he starts the pressure, and already in the first round, he sends the Ghanaian to the canvas twice. A technical knockout victory. Now he adds the Commonwealth and WBO international titles to his collection. The final highlight of the year, a fight on December 21st against the Japanese puncher Kyotaro Fujimoto. On the line, the WBC silver belt and the WBO International Championship title.
Success of the two. Because he hasn't got quite
He's put him down with it.
Dubois knocks his opponent down twice in the second round, and after the second knockdown, Fujimoto can't get back up. Another big win for the Brit. And what about sparring sessions? Dubois has worked with the best: Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Joe Joyce, and Fraser Clark. And there were even rumors that during Joshua's training, Dubois knocked him down. Is it true or not? Joshua and Clark deny it, but Dubois himself confirms it. One thing is certain, this guy isn't just rising, he's charging forward like a tank. Keep an eye on his career, because things are only going to get hotter. Get ready for an explosion in the ring. June 11, 2022, Miami, USA, a night of big boxing. In the challenger's corner, Daniel Dubois, and across from him, the unbeaten regular WBA World Champion, Trevor Bryan. The championship belt is on the line. From the very first moments, Dubois shows his aggression. He's pressing forward, looking for openings, making the champion work on the back foot. Bryan tries to maintain distance, but Dubois is relentless.
Yeah, that's lovely.
It's a great shot by Dubois that has Bryan going backwards, and he
covers up well, and he's pretty hard to nail clean.
See Daniel Dubois unload for the first time. The right uppercut might well have sneaked through the left. Depending on what Tyson Fury decides to do, what happens.
And here we are, the fourth round. Boom, a crushing blow. Bryan hits the canvas, the referee begins the count. Knockout. Daniel Dubois hands Trevor Bryan his first loss and becomes the new regular WBA World Heavyweight Champion. What a fight, what a victory. London, December 3rd, 2022. Daniel Dubois steps into the ring for his first defense of the WBA regular world champion title. On the other side of the ring, the dangerous Kevin Lerena, ready to pull off an upset. And here's the bell. Round 1, and what do we see? Dubois on the canvas. Knockdown, he gets up, but immediately takes a knee.
4, 5, can see it in his eyes. 7, he's still right in line to get hit with that same shot.
And again, it seems the Brit has an issue with his leg, but the referee allows him to continue. Round 2. Dubois starts to regain control and manages the distance.
Controlled even with this massive early advantage. He's a short but blossoming later in career heavyweight. Dubois goes with the right uppercut and doesn't win.
He moves his hands, he moves his feet, but his head is...
He's doing a decent job of it, and then fires off the 1-2 and a good right hand to the body.
And here comes round 3. Bam! A straight right from Lerena sends Dubois down. He's shaken. Dubois rushes to finish him off. Another punch, another knockdown. In the final seconds of the round, Lerena can't recover in time. The referee steps in and stops the fight. Technical knockout, and Daniel Dubois retains his title. But not everyone's happy. Lerena's promoter is preparing a protest, claiming the final punch came after the bell. Either way, the title stays with Dubois, and this fight will be talked about for a long time. In the spring of 2023, the World Boxing Association announces it's time for the undisputed champion, Oleksandr Usyk, to step into the ring against the holder of the WBA regular title, Daniel Dubois. The two sides struggle to reach an agreement, and the fight goes to a purse bid. Usyk's team bids $8 million, while Dubois' team puts up $5.5 million. The Ukrainians' bid wins, and the fight is set for August 26th in Wrocław. And here it is, the showdown.
Stay back. But if we go back to what Tony Bellew misses the target, he then throws, waits, goes on the outside, and wants Daniel Dubois to come forward.
Constant movement from Oleksandr Usyk with that uppercut. And there's the bell. He just
Tap a little bit, get closer.
That was better.
Usyk, when Daniel Dubois wants to go to the...
Watching methodically behind that right jab. When he's in there, Usyk, his opponent is always half a second.
First and third boxing, he's first.
Yeah, but that's double up his punches now, Daniel Dubois working.
Round 5, shock. Dubois lands a body shot, and Usyk goes down. But the referee calls it a low blow and gives the champion time to recover. The British corner is furious, convinced it was a clean shot. The fight continues. Dubois fights with courage.
He said it was a low blow at the end of the day, that's why he didn't even bother to count. So as the referee just allowing Usyk now just to...
That's only one thing that's for sure. That punching.
Happy with the body shots, Oleksandr Usyk.
I think he's hurt, Richie. I think Daniel Dubois hurts him. Backs to the corner, wants to fight off.
Usyk, cover up a little bit, Usyk. Maybe those body shots.
Really good. Sweat spraying off the head of Dubois. Now he starts back a little bit.
But this will give Oleksandr Usyk. Shots.
That's a good jab.
But in the 8th round, he gets caught with a combination and hits the canvas. The referee counts it as a knockdown.
How much is the head cleared between rounds, Richie?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that shot was a low shot. But,
Round 9. Usyk explodes with a series of punches. A hard jab and Dubois is down again. He's ready to continue, but the referee stops the fight. Usyk wins by knockout, but the controversy intensifies. The British camp insists their fighter was robbed of a legitimate victory. Promoter Frank Warren demands a rematch, and experts argue whether that punch in round 5 was truly low. The echoes of this bout will resonate in the boxing world for a long time. Air Riyadh, December 23rd, 2023. Daniel Dubois steps into the ring against the undefeated tank-like Jarrell Miller. The American has a 45-kilogram weight advantage and immediately comes forward, covering up with a high guard. Dubois moves on his feet, maintaining distance, landing precise jabs, not allowing Miller to impose his power game. Round after round, the Brit methodically breaks down his opponent. The massive weight and the toll of all those punches start to show. Miller is visibly fading.
Dubois here. He's bouncing on his toes. He's found that second wind. Nice. You gotta believe he's got...
And here we are, the 10th round. Dubois goes all in, unleashing a barrage of punches on the exhausted American. Miller is staggering, barely able to stay on his feet. The referee stops the fight with just 10 seconds left on the clock. It's over. Dubois wins. Saudi Arabia, June 1st, 2024. Daniel Dubois steps into the ring against the dangerous Croatian puncher, Filip Hrgović. This fight is on the undercard of the grand event featuring Deontay Wilder and Zhang Zhilei. And it starts with no feeling out period, straight into a slugfest. Dubois falls behind in the early rounds, with defensive mistakes costing him points.
You've got to be careful walking onto these 1-2s. Which feels like a power punch.
But from the third round, he picks up the pace. Jabs, footwork, control of distance, and now the Brit begins to take control. Hrgovic starts to tire, a cut over his eye, making it harder for him to see the punches coming.
Arrogance in the build-up to this. That blood is causing a lot of problems tonight.
Referee John Layton saying it was caused by a punch.
And so far, he's been very good.
In the 6th round, Dubois completely dominates.
At this point, and look at this moment. Oh, big shot. A colossal right hand hook. Oh, man. Oh, and he caught him again. And that'll do it for the round.
And by the 8th, he goes in for the finish. The Croatian is barely standing, and the referee calls for the doctor. The fight is stopped. Technical knockout. Dubois wins again. London, Wembley, 96,000 spectators hold their breath in anticipation. In the main event of the night, it's Daniel Dubois, the IBF heavyweight champion, against Anthony Joshua, the former world champion, eager to reclaim his lost glory. From the first seconds, Dubois imposes a relentless pace. He's pressuring, forcing Joshua to fight for air. Anthony responds with jabs, but at the end of the first round, Joshua hits the canvas. The champion sends him to the canvas, making thousands of fans gasp. In the second round, Anthony tries to slow the pace, pushing Dubois back, but the champion smells blood. He doesn't give his opponent any room to breathe, keeping the pressure on. Joshua is shaking, his legs still wobbling. Round 3, and it's more trouble for Joshua. He tries to meet Dubois with strong jabs, but with just 10 seconds to go, he eats a devastating combination. He stumbles into the ropes and then hits the canvas. That's the second knockdown. Round 4 and Joshua falls again. He's off rhythm, trying to move, but taking punch after punch.
In his eyes. I think he senses he's still knockdown. No, they're saying it's no knockdown. No knockdown.
The referee even warns Dubois for a low blow, giving Anthony a moment to recover. But the energy is fading, and Joshua's chances are slipping away. And then comes the 5th round, the final one. Joshua goes for a desperate attack, landing a right hand, but Dubois counters with a brutal right of his own. Anthony crumples to the canvas, a vicious knockout. Dubois obliterates Joshua and retains his IBF title. Daniel Dubois, a young star of the heavyweight division who has already made a loud statement on the world stage. Despite the ups and downs, he continues to move forward, proving that his career is just gaining momentum. At 26, Dubois has already become a champion, faced serious challenges, and come back stronger after defeats. His arsenal, destructive power, an iron will, and an unrelenting drive to reach the top. But the best is yet to come. He's already faced the best, but his biggest victories are still ahead. Youth, energy, and a thirst for triumph make him one of the most dangerous contenders for the undisputed world title. Dubois doesn't just box, he's on a quest for greatness, and this journey is only just beginning.